Hello, hello! Pizza Pax here, and we're back, and we're starting a new series on the lead up to Karlov Manor, and we're going to do each of the guild kits. So, I'm going to do them in more or less the order they came out in the original Ravnica, Guild Pact, and Dissension. So we're going to start with Dimir, Selesnya, Boros, and Golgari, and then move on to the ones from Guild Pact, and then last the ones from Dissension. So today we have Dimir. Let's get into this. What's even in these? So there's a deck box, a pen, a special spin down life counter, a sticker or a symbol sticker, and a 60 card deck. Very cool. And here it says open, so I'm going to assume that it's not lying to me. All right. Neat little clamshell there. Ooh. Instructions for new Dimir agents. Oh, that's cool. I'll have to figure that out at some point. Nice little bit of art. And our deck list. Very cool. We have a sticker! Oh, I'm gonna have to find a good place to use this. Love Dimir. And a tuck box. Nice themed tuck box. Oh, it's even got the little symbol right over the tuck. Very nice. Right. Now for the deck itself, we have a... Oh, it's a safety pen. Interesting. Don't normally see enamel pens with a safety back like that. That's neat. Huh. I'm used to the push pen type. Very nice enamel pen. I have a new set of pens to go in my bag. We have a themed spin... Oh, no. No, it is spin down. Nice themed die with the Dimir Guild symbol on it. A foil promo of Trada the Silencer. This is Guild Kit 1 foil, and there's apparently 127 cards between the guild kits. Alright, let's see what's in here. These are 60 card decks, if I remember correctly. They had a themed one for each of the 10 guilds. So we have Estrada, Silencer, which for 2 blue-black, for 3/5, Legendary Vampire Assassin. Can't be blocked when it deals combat damage to a player. Exile target creature that player controls and put a hit counter on it. That player loses the game if they own 3 or more exiled cards with hit counters on them. Estrada's owner shuffles Estrada into their library. Very cool. We have Blood Operative. 1 black for a 3/1. Vampire Assassin with lifelink. When it enters the battlefield, you may exile a target card from a graveyard. Whenever you surveil, if Blood Operative is in your graveyard, you may pay 3 life. If you do, return it to your hand. Dimir Doppelganger. This was a good one back in the original Ravnica. 1 blue-black for 0/2 Shapeshifter. 1 blue-black, exile target creature card from a graveyard. Dimir Doppelganger becomes a copy of that card, except it has this ability. Nightveil Spectre. 3 hybrid blue-black for a 2/3 Spectre with flying. When it deals combat damage to a player, that player exiles the top card of their library. You may play cards exiled with Nightveil Spectre. Nice. Circu, Dimir Lobotomist. This was one of my friend's favorite cards back in Ravnica. But 2 blue-black for 2/3. Legendary Human Wizard. Whenever you cast a blue spell, exile the top card of target player's library. Whenever you cast a black spell, exile the top card of target player's library. Your opponents can't cast spells with the same name as a card exiled with Circu, Dimir Lobotomist. So eventually you would just completely shut down whatever they could cast. Lazav, Dimir Mastermind. We have blue, black for 3/3 legendary creature shapeshifter with hexproof. Whenever a creature card is put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, you may have Lazav become a copy of that card, except its name is Lazav, Dimir Mastermind. It's legendary in addition to its other types, and it has hexproof and this ability. Consuming Aberration. 3 blue-black for an XX horror. Its power and toughness are each equal to the number of cards in your opponent's graveyard. Whenever you cast a spell, each opponent reveals cards from the top of their library until they reveal a land card, then puts those cards into their graveyard. Mirko Vosk, Mind Drinker. 3 blue-black for 2/4, legendary creature vampire with flying. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player reveals cards from the top of their library until they reveal 4 lands, then puts those cards into their graveyard. It's a really fast way to mill someone out. Sadek, Lord of Secrets. 3 blue, black for 5/5 legendary creature vampire. He was from the original Ravnica. Flying, if this would deal combat damage to a player, instead put that many +1/+1 counters on Sadek, and that player puts that many cards from the top of their library into their graveyard. So it ends up just spinning out of control very quickly. Mission Briefing. Blue, instant. Surveil 2. Then choose an instant or sorcery from your graveyard. You may cast that card this turn. If that card would be put into a graveyard this turn, exile it instead. So it's basically Snapcaster with a little bit of bonus, but without the body. Glimpse the Unthinkable. This was my favorite card in Ravnica, other than Remand. But blue-black, sorcery. Target player puts the top 10 cards of their library into their graveyard. Stolen Identity. 4 blue, sorcery. Create a token that's a copy of target artifact or creature, Cipher. You may exile this spell card encoded on a creature you control. Whenever that creature deals combat damage to a player, its controller may cast a copy of the encoded card without paying its mana cost. Then we have a token to go with that. Very nice. 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. And they're all themed Dimir tokens. Those are really cool. We have Barrier of Bones. For a black, you get a 0/3 skeleton wall with Defender. When it enters the battlefield, surveil 1. Wall of Mists. 1 and a blue for a 0/5 wall Defender. Okay. Dimir Guildmage. 2 hybrid blue-black for 2/2 human wizard. 3 and a blue, target player draws a card, activate only as a sorcery. 3 and a black, target player discards a card, activate only as a sorcery. Was a fun one back in the day, and we get 2 of those. Then we have Moroi. 2 blue-black for 4/4 vampire. Flying. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life. This was a limited all-star back in the original Ravnica. Nightveil Predator. Blue, black for a 3/3 vampire with flying and death touch and hexproof. Also a limited all-star. Netherborn Phalanx. This was a really good transmute card back in the original one. Or original Ravnica. But 5 and a black for 2/4 horror. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life for each creature they control. Transmute for 1 black. 1 black, discard this card, search your library for a card with the same converted mana cost as this card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Then shuffle your library. Transmute only as a sorcery. So there were actually several transmute cards in the original Ravnica that are still relevant in several formats even today. Then we have Denrova Horror. 4 blue-black for 4/4 horror. When it enters the battlefield, return target permanent to its owner's hand, then that player discards a card. Dimir Aqueduct. It's the blue-black Karu. We get 4 of those, I believe. 4, yep. Dimir Guildgate, blue-black Gate. We also have 4. We have some exclusive basics. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 themed islands. And then we have our swamps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 16 basics that are all themed for Dimir. We have Dimir Signet. It's the blue-black Signet. 1, 2 of those. We have Disdainful Stroke with the Guilds of Ravnica art. 1 in a blue instant, counter target spell with converted mana cost 4 or greater. Unexplained Disappearance, also from Guilds. 1 in a blue instant, return target creature to its owner's hand, surveil 1. Telling Time. I can't remember if this was in the original Ravnica or if this was... I thought this was Time Spiral, but I guess it was in the original Ravnica, wasn't it? 1 in a blue instant. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put 1 of those into your hand, 1 on the bottom of your library, and 1 on top of your library. Last Gasp. 1 in a black instant. Target creature gets -3/-3 until end of turn. Dimir Charm. Blue-black. For an instant, choose 1. Counter target sorcery spell. Destroy target creature with power 2 or less. Look at the top 3 cards of target player's library. Put 1 back and the rest in that player's graveyard. So, good way to filter and had quite a bit of utility. Warped Physique. Blue-black. Instant. Target creature gets +X, -X until end of turn, where X is the number of cards in your hand. Nice. Mephitic Vapors. Another one from Guilds of Ravnica. 2 in a black. Sorcery. All creatures get -1/-1 until end of turn. Surveil 2. Still sees a bit of play in Pauper. Notion Rain. 1 blue-black. Sorcery. Surveil 2, then draw 2 cards. Notion Rain deals 2 damage to you. Price of Fame. 3 in a black. Instant. Costs 2 less to cast if it targets a legendary creature. Destroy target creature. Surveil 2. Call of the Nightwing. 2 blue-black. Sorcery. Create a 1/1 blue and black horror creature token with flying, and then Cipher. Ribbons of Night. This was a really good card in Limited back in Ravnica. But 4 in a black. Sorcery. Deals 4 damage to target creature, and you gain 4 life. If blue is spent to cast it, draw a card. We get 1, 2 of those. And then we have a Syncopate. That is Dimir branded. That X in a blue, instant counter target spell unless its controller pays X. If a spell is countered this way, exile it instead of putting it into its owner's graveyard. And this is this is actually back in standard now. Then we have Discovery and Dispersal. Discovery is 1 and a hybrid blue-black. Surveil 2, then draw a card. Dispersal is 3 blue-black, instant. Each opponent returns a non-land permanent they control with the highest converted mana cost among permanents they control to its owner's hand, then discards a card. Very nice. So, a very nice little deck for the guild. Seems to be very well on theme. I'm looking forward to doing the entire set of these and then having a little gauntlet built of these afterwards. So I do believe these boxes will hold sleeved cards too, which will be nice. All right. Well, thank you for joining me on this adventure with the Dimir Guild Kit. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, all those things for the algorithm. And until next time, stay awesome. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.